Let me start out by saying that it usually takes a long time to get a deal. In fact, that's kind of what I tell most new real estate investors or new wholesalers, that it's going to take some time to get a deal. I literally tell people budget like a year because you're going to make a lot of mistakes, you won't know what you're doing, and it's going to take time to find a deal. But I thought to myself, most new people are trying to get started. They are trying to find a deal as fast as humanly possible. And I thought, okay, what would be the fastest route to get someone a deal? Like literally in 7 days. So that's what I'm gonna share with you today. What would I do if I were to go back in time and try to get a deal in 7 days? And also, if you're just new to this channel in general, my name is Justin Urong and I've helped hundreds of people make money in real estate. So the first thing that I would do, or I guess would focus on, believe it or not, I'd focus on wholesaler relationships. So I'm coming from the point that like I'm a house flipper or I'm actually gonna buy these deals. Where would I start? I would start with the people who already have the deals. Like if I'm trying to get a deal fast as humanly possible, I would start with those people. This isn't to say that I'm gonna get the best deals, like not the most smoking deals, because usually those are found when you find the deal yourself, often. But if you just want a deal that you can still make money on if you go to flip the house, I would for sure start with the wholesaler relationships, because these are the people who are constantly doing all the marketing. And think about it this way. I think it's one of the craziest forms of leverage that you can ever have. And here's what I mean. Leverage is a set, like when I say leverage, I mean like you're pulling levers to maximize the effort to do something. So for this, you're trying to find deals. Instead of you doing all the work to directly market yourself and do all that cold calling and texting and all the stuff that needs to take to get deals, instead you are finding the people who are already doing that stuff and you're leveraging them, so you're using them to find the deals. So I guess what I would do, I would focus on finding as many wholesalers as humanly possible to connect with and just try to build relationships with them and ask them if they have anything for sale. Like first you have to kind of prove your worth as a buyer. And if you've never bought a deal, it might be a little hard, but you can get a pre-approval from a hard money lender or something like that. But like that's where my entire focus would be on. It's when you get a deal from a wholesaler, it's really just about rapport and trust. And to do so, the first time you talk to a wholesaler, yes, one of the first questions you're gonna be asking is like, hey, you got any deals? I'm buying in this area. This is my buying criteria. Here's what I'm looking for: single family house, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, whatever you're looking for as a flipper. But once you do that, what I recommend for most people, at least it works for me, is I try to help out the wholesalers. I try to offer as much value as I possibly can. A lot of the wholesalers that I talk to are maybe a little bit newer. And when I talk to them, I'm usually asking for the deals, of course, but then I'm also telling them, hey, like, what are you struggling with right now in your business? Do you need help with anything? Like, do you need help with the marketing? Are you struggling to find the right list? Like, are your numbers not connecting when you're cold calling these people? Maybe I can help you like kind of figure out that problem. Do you not know how to do some things that I can help with? Like, there's a lot of things that, like, there's a lot of stuff involved to wholesale a deal or to even find a deal that wholesalers don't even realize that they need help with. So even if you are newer, I'm sure you're learning stuff yourself, and I'm sure you can still provide value to these people. So as you do that, like as you do this whole value giving thing to all these wholesalers, over time, even if it is in 7 days, it could be in 7 days, but you can build so much rapport with someone that the next time they get a deal, they're going to send it to you first. And I know this firsthand because all the wholesalers I talk to, or at least a lot of them, they'll send me deals before they send it to their big buyers list first. So I'll often get an email or usually a text like, hey, like, what do you think of this deal? Do you want to buy this? Like, I'm sending it to you first. And I'm like, wow, like, this is crazy. You have like $500 buyers to send this to. But it's because of the rapport building and really because I'm trying to help them and bring them value and they know I care, is that they send it to me first. So that's really what I would do. And I guess the ways to find wholesalers at the beginning, I would have started with Facebook groups. Facebook groups are pretty great. Like here's how you find it. If you go to Facebook, there's like a group section where you can join different groups. I would type in wholesalers Fresno, California, or wherever you're located. Wholesalers Vegas, wholesalers wherever. And then I would also type in like real estate investors, Fresno, California, real estate investing, Fresno, California. I would join every single group of those. I would make a post or multiple posts in all the groups, not at once, but I'd make posts in all the groups saying, hey, I am looking for wholesalers who have deals in this area. I'm an end buyer. reach out to me or something, or like, here's my contact information. And anyone who reaches out to you or drops an email or drops whatever, reach out to them. Like, try to actually talk to them and connect. Because yes, you could be added to their buyers list, which is great. Like, if you drop an email, they take your email and you just are added to their buyers list. That means you're probably like 1 in 1,000. They send out their deals to 1,000 people. You're just one of them. What if instead you can reach out to them individually, talk to them on the phone, get to know them? If you live in the area, you can even take them out to eat, to coffee or something, and just try to like be a part of their life so that they know you and that the next time they find a deal, they send it to you first. So again, I would have started with the Facebook groups. And from there, as I started to meet more wholesalers or more real estate investors, I would just reach out to all the people that you're meeting. You're like, hey, do you know any other wholesalers in this area? Like, I'm trying to connect with people, make some friends, and they're hopefully going to share some contacts with you. And over time, you're going to build a big list of wholesalers who are ready to give you deals. So that's where I would have started. And a lot of people kind of like underutilize this. A lot of real estate investors out there, they're so set on finding their own deals, which is great because honestly, like, it's such an important skill to have to be able to source your own deals and find them on your own. However, if you're trying to find it fast, why not just rely on the people who are already doing it so that you yourself don't have to pay for the marketing or pay for the texting and the cold calling and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to pay for the data. Just be nice to people and they'll give you deals. So that's really how I would have started. Now, assuming you do this for 7 days and you don't actually get a deal, which is likely because it does take time. However, you can probably do this faster in this method as far as finding a deal than you can in the other methods finding deals of just building relationships with wholesalers. But assuming it does not work in 7 days, which it might not, here's what I would do. All the wholesalers you have reached out to, first off, get a CRM system. It's like a customer relationship management system. It's basically this like website or different kinds of websites where you can track all the data that you have on people, different conversations you have, and to help follow up with people. Now, most people use CRMs to like track their leads so that they can like call their clients or potential clients every single month and try to sell them something. But I want you to use the CRM to track your wholesaler relationships. So you can use a CRM, and it would basically meaning like, let's say you talk to Bob on the phone. He's a wholesaler, and you have a great conversation with Bob. On the CRM, you're writing all the notes of what happened in that conversation. And then when you tell Bob, hey, cool, like just let me know if you have any more deals. I'll just check up with you every once in a while if that's okay. He'll say yes. And then on your CRM, you can say, okay, follow up with Bob in a month. And a month later, the CRM will notify you to call Bob again. Then you just have to keep doing that for like the hundreds of wholesalers you start to accumulate. And you're going to get deals from them, especially if you're consistent with this. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort towards these relationships, but I promise you, this stuff works. Just realize it takes volume. Just as if you're going to find deals on your own from cold calling or from texting, door knocking, all that stuff, which takes volume, a lot of effort to get deals. Same thing applies to these wholesalers. You're probably not just going to talk to 5 wholesalers and then be able to get a deal in a month. Like, it's probably not going to work that way. You're probably going to have to talk to hundreds. So do your best to try to find these wholesalers. And you can even ask like all the other investors you meet of like, hey, like, who are the top wholesalers that send you deals? And I'm sure you can find a lot of wholesalers that way. But that's what I would do if I were to go back in time, start and try to find a deal in 7 days, especially if I had no money, because wholesaler relationships are just free. And if you just need help with, I guess, anything else in your real estate investing business, I want you to go to the link in the description for a free strategy session. But otherwise, peace.